Hello, folks, and welcome to the latest episode of Mego Museum Mint Off Card. And what an episode it is. We've got not one, but three action figures to open and take a look at. And those action figures are Wave 7's Mego Star Trek The Wrath of Khan. I've been given an advance shipment of some samples, and I'm very grateful to Mego Corporation for allowing me to do this. I'm allowed to take them off the card, give you a review. This is a couple of weeks before these hit stores, so I cannot tell you how excited I am. And I've decided to start with The Wrath of Khan for personal reasons. I'll just paint a picture. The summer of 1982, I'm 11 years old. The Wrath of Khan is in theaters. Channel 29 is playing Star Trek twice a day, and I am hooked on summer vacation. I go to stores looking for Mego Star Trek action figures. They've always been there for me. They were there for the television series. They were there for the first movie. Nada. There's nothing. There's nothing to buy. I bought a magazine. That's all I got. So I was forced that summer to play with my Mego 8-inch Star Trek action figures. But really, I was kind of thinking that I had missed the boat on this Wrath of Khan merchandise. So flash forward 37 years... and I'm so happy I'm the first guy to be opening Mego Wrath of Khan action figures. It's righting a wrong, and I'm excited. So our first look at the card, you can see that Mego packaging has come a long way since the days of Target. This new packaging seems to adhere to Paramount style guides. For those that don't know, a style guide is basically a rule book that the licensor, in this case Paramount or CBS, and it gives you boundaries on what you can do with the packaging. It tells you what colors to use, what fonts, and what artwork. It has been the bane of my existence a few times in my career. And, you know, I think this is a really slick, attractive packaging. And what it does do is let the figure speak for itself. Around the back, we have the beautiful Wrath of Khan poster that I absolutely love. And let's not forget the credits here. Rachel Baker is the seamstress of all the outfits. Andy Kovalt, whose name we've read a few times before as well, is the sculptor of this entire line. And overseeing all of this is the consultant of Dr. Mego, Paul Clark. I know Paul. He is not only a Mego fan, he is a Star Trek fan. And that's the guy you want overseeing this line. You want somebody who knows the Mego quirkiness, but also is a huge Star Trek fan. And it really shows, and I'll point that out a little later in the episode. But for now, I'm going to begrudgingly take Admiral Kirk, Captain Spock, and Khan off the card and see what they're made of. Hang tight for the montage. It's extra long today. there they are, folks. Off the card, I have to say I am well pleased with this set. I'll go over some of the specifics. Head sculpts. It's really easy to get kind of cartoony with the Star Trek characters. I mean, even Mego kind of did it with their 12-inch line of Star Trek the Motion Picture figures, where they were a little kind of off character. Andrew Kovalt's sculpts managed to capture middle-aged Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock without going into caricature. They are some of the nicest Star Trek sculpts I've seen, and I really like them. That is Shatner in 1982, and that is Nimoy in 1982. That's amazing. I also really like Khan. I mean, I guess a lot of Mego fans would have appreciated rooted hair, but I think that would have looked really silly. It nails Ricardo Montalban. I think it's an interesting choice, the way they have the medallion, and it works for me. The outfit is awesome. It absolutely resembles it. I love the belt. The only thing I'm going to change on Khan is I am probably going to take one of his hands out and swap it with a black hand to simulate that glove he wore. But otherwise, geez, I just absolutely love this figure. And like I've said, I've been waiting a long time for these guys. As for the outfits, I really like the way they've done this. You can kind of pull back the Star Trek uniform to show that white like they did in the show, but it kind of snaps back and goes forward. And I honestly think that's the look I'd like to go for. I'm super impressed with the seamstress work here on the uniform. There's plenty of great attention to detail. Also, I wanted to point out that there are two belts. There is the new belt for the uniform, and underneath the classic Mego utility belt that we've come to expect. I was really happy to see a new set of phasers on the figures. These represent the second movie's phaser guns, and that's just a really nice attention to detail. They could have gotten away with doing the blue phasers, from the TV show, and I probably wouldn't have complained, but this is a really nice touch. The other nice attention to detail, Mego detail that is that they actually have that classic Star Trek body, but a full set of pants, so that's still that bootlegged body we're all familiar with from childhood, and that's pretty awesome. All in all, this is a piece of wish fulfillment for me. These are the figures that I went to Woolco to look for in 1982, totally thinking they would be there. What is your wish fulfillment Star Trek Mego line? What movie, what TV show? Let me know in the comments, either here on YouTube or on our Facebook group, Mego Mania, or at the Mego Museum communities at megomuseum.com. We have an active forum there. And of course, you can also speak directly to Mego Corporation in their own Facebook group, which is called Mego Ambassadors. They give lots of exclusives, and of course, your feedback is heard. Trust me on that one. Look for Wave 7 to come out in September, and there's several online platforms and retailers and e-tailers you can buy them from. Mego Museum always recommends Entertainment Earth because they support us, but check it out. You can find a whole bunch of people selling these on Facebook, and there's going to be more and more as the months go on. Mego just listed with Diamond Comics. So Wave 7 is going to be one of those things you'll be able to find at stores. We're getting there. It's growing. It's gaining momentum. It's really awesome. I've got more Wave 7 reviews, so if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe, because I'm going to be unpacking some monsters, some movie characters, and perhaps a couple guys from Kiss. So stay tuned. I just want to end by saying a very special thank you to Mego Corp, especially Joel, for allowing me to do this. This means a lot to me and to the museum itself. Until you see me this week, where I will be returning, buy what you like.